All right, change of pace here. It's been a little while since I've actually shown any of this, but we're working on that 53 Ford that's in here. Gonna do the first setup on the Holly so we can make sure everything's working. $289. Let's do 800 idle speed for, well, let's do 850, that works. Stock mild, no power adders. Boom. We got a fuel pump trigger now. Do a first cycle here. Reboot. Fuel pump's on and whining. I can hear it now, which is what we were having problems with, so that's good to know. It's been a while since you guys have seen this. 53 Ford. We narrowed the 9-inch on it. I don't have my camera on, my light on here. Narrowed 9-inch, like 10 inches. It's got a 4R70W. We hid the transmission controller up underneath the dash, or the kick panel over there. Pretty much wired for the most part. Just finishing up the fan, all that fun stuff. A lot of these won't get used because they're from the American Auto Wire harness, which was for a carbureted truck. So we won't use a lot of that stuff. It'll just get dead-ended in a loom and covered up. Yeah, it's got a set of 20-inch Detroit steel wheels on it. Tilt Chevy column. Like this plug here gets wired into that plug over there. And then this is some courtesy lights. That pretty much sums up the wiring in here. I got a couple things to do with the gauge cluster to get finished up. While this stuff out here is drying on the Mustang, I'm probably going to look into cutting the hole for the fuel tank fill, get that done. We can get some fuel in it so you can get the pump primed, go from there. It's getting pretty close, but
One pair of pants later.
all right, guys, welcome back to the shop. As you heard, Bad Investments is running, finally. Had some troubleshooting to do with some coil stuff, got that figured out. Gonna get the coil remounted, get it hooked back up on the firewall there. Got some other cleanup stuff to do, like we were just using some self-tappers here to hold things. We'll get some nice stainless hardware so that looks clean. Always put the heads of your bolts out, ends of the bolts with the nuts on the inside. Makes it look way cleaner. Gonna get the thermostat on here. Nice billet housing for that sitting here somewhere. Bypass hose. Got some new trick hose clamps we're gonna try out. Got some alignment issues to take care of here with our CBF belt stuff. Gonna take this spacer out here and move it back here and push this guy forward 1/4 inch. Same with that guy. As we're turning it over, you could actually see that this belt was walking on the AC, so we'll take care of that. Then we can start cleaning up the inside. Yeah, this guy needs to move forward, which is what I thought, so we'll do that. Yeah, gonna start picking away at this, trying to get this thing out and back on the lift over there. 42 chop top, Project Bling Bling. I don't know if that's what we're gonna call it or not, but as you can see, it's a little bit over the top from our normal stuff, but damn, it's gonna be sick. This will get out of here this week. I'm gonna finish the floors in this. If you guys haven't watched the video on building the tunnel and all the fun stuff for that, check it out. That'll get out of here this week, hopefully early. And then this guy can go over there and we can get it on the lift and get the final stuff underneath, like brakes bled. I think we got a ball joint to replace. We've got transmission cooler lines, stuff like that. And then this thing's gonna be pretty much buttoned up. We got the vintage air to put in it, waiting on some parts to come in. And yeah, getting closer. So let's tinker on this thing here today. All right, guys, thermostat, crusty thermostat housing. Old school intake here. Some of this corrosion, this buildup here, just scraped off so it's solid and clean. Sorry for that swamp cooler noise in the background. Definitely makes it better in here, but it is noisy. Look at that. Billet Specialties piece here. Got a couple O-rings on it. And this thing's been sitting in here way too long. Definitely dirty. Can't wait to get it cleaned up, get the rest of the body polished up, get it sitting on these nice Detroit steel wheels out in the sunshine. Under its own power, not being pushed. That'd be great. Alright guys, little piece of advice. If you absolutely have to use one of these billet water necks, make sure it's the first thing you put on the engine. Put the heads on, then put the intake on, then put your billet water neck on, because you can't get to the bolt down here because it's recessed if the timing cover is on and the water pump's on there. So I have made this super stubby little Allen wrench that I actually think I had made. I had to modify it for this one, for our little gasser, our little 29 coupe we have, because it has a, or had, it doesn't on the 289, but on the 302 that was in it, it had one of these damn things and it leaked constantly and we could never get the wrench in there. So I'm pretty sure that's why this sucker was already cut down. So, as you saw there, we had to grind on the water pump, we had to grind on the housing, and I still think it's going to be a super tight fit for that bypass hose to go on there, but I'm going to keep fiddling with this. I'm at like a half hour now to put this stupid thing on here, so I'm just going to get it done. I'll get back at you when it's done and on there and out of my hair. Alright guys, stumbled across these super cool power grip gates heat shrink hose clamps. A buddy of mine uses them at his shop. thought they're super neat. So I'm gonna try and get them fitted on this bypass hose right here, hoping these are the right size. They look like it. I measured them, they seem like it, so we'll see if they shrink enough. Let's get these on. All right, first you take them and you squish them. At least that's what it says to do in the instructions. Get the cardboard out of them here. See how much these, or if these work any better, because I'm tired of buying cheap hose clamps. Well, cheaply made hose clamps that are super expensive. Because just like everything right now, it's ridiculous how much it costs. And I think these are actually about the same price as a conventional hose clamp for this size anyway. These might be a little big. Kind of looking that way. Let me slide this on here. I don't know if all this is gonna fit. This stupid billet. Nope, it is not, just like I said. All right, so now I've got the clamps on there. I've got the hose on there. I had to highly modify this billet specialties piece to make it work. So now let's see if these will actually clamp down. Definitely shrinking. Of course, I can't get it all the way around it. I don't know. I guess we won't know until we put water in it. So. All right, guys, good afternoon here in the shop. Not too long on this project today, but did get some accomplished. Belts are aligned. Those are rolling nice and smooth now. We got this billet specialties gargantuan thermostat housing put on. Got those power grip hose clamps on there, looking good. Also got a throttle pedal built. Now this is a pedal off one of my Broncos or an F250, one of the two. They use the same 3-bolt mounting, and then they have the same kind of plastic flange here. But we did have to rework this thing to make it all fit properly. I am gonna bend this, I think twist it a little bit. You saw me there heating it up and bending this little radius in it here. So probably twist this, and then we do have to maneuver some stuff around on the inside. It's hitting the brake pedal, which I figured, like I said, the pedals aren't different. So this will get moved over to here. more in a factory location and brought down just a little bit. So we have, that's full throttle. So we do have a little bit of room between the floor and the pedal. So that's perfect. I will scoot it over right here, probably just bend it over and then kick it back. So the pedal keeps the same location. Orientation, I guess, with the floor, but it'll just be a little closer. Make it a little easier to drive. Then as you saw there, it does run. It does sound pretty damn good. So I'm gonna get hoses made, templates made for hoses tomorrow. Not hoses made, but get templates for the hoses for the radiator. And then we'll go to the parts store. I'll show you guys kind of a little trick I use to get hoses for stuff that aren't exactly catalog worthy. Make a little shape piece for it and take it in. I'll show you that tomorrow. Yeah, then maybe we can get some stuff tied down inside, cleaned up, get the wiring back in it. We need a blinker switch and stuff like that for the column. I can get the column welded back up tomorrow. Yeah, definitely moving forward. Big step is hearing it run. Yeah, until we get to that, guys, keep building awesome stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow.